to Saturday Live. I am your host, El Matador, El Pibe de Oro, Cosa Noza, Motona Tembe. I am your host, Raymond Mutuku, and this is Saturday Live. And I'm very happy to welcome you to our streams. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment and tell me where you're watching me from. Yesterday, I couldn't stream on time because I couldn't stream on time because, yesterday I was not feeling well. I had a very bad cold, so I said that I won't stream. And there was a disruption because of the cold. It's June, so it means that even if I want to stream, I want to do this, I want to do that, because of changes of weather and because of a few things here and there, it stops me from streaming. But having said that, that will not stop us from streaming. We'll continue. I'm very happy. I said that I had a very wonderful story that I wanted to share with my brothers and sisters today. I wanted to talk about that story. And we were talking about it yesterday, about the illicit enrichment of some of these people who have been employed in our county governments. Some people think that counties don't have money. Actually, counties do have money. It's just that maybe you don't know or you're not aware. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Tell me where you're watching me from. Feel free to subscribe to both my channels. We are streaming both. I'm streaming here at Chariots of Fire and Raymond Mutuku Live. We are live in both of my channels. It's Saturday, 5 p.m. And tell me where you're watching me from, and do you enjoy our channels? If you do enjoy our channels, you can only support us by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Welcome, my dear brothers and sisters, to the Chariots of Fire. Welcome to Raymond Mutuku Live, and I'm very happy to be here. It's Saturday, and I love Saturdays. Do you love Saturdays? I do love Saturdays. Saturday is usually a wonderful time. So let's talk yesterday. I had a very wonderful story, and I wanted to talk about that today. The story of this man who was found with money in his house. I know that's a good story. That's a very beautiful story. There's this man in Nairobi who was found with 50 million in cash and $113,000, in his house. And I want you guys to tell me your opinion. Do you think, it's correct? Is it correct when somebody has such money in his house and working for the county government? So this man is called Patrick Analo, and he works as a Nairobi Chief Officer for Urban Planning. And so they found him with money stashed in his house, And I started wondering, and I want us to think about it. If the small fish are found with, and I came to realize when this county government works, it is the small fish that give the big fish the money. It's not the other way around. Actually, it's not the big fish giving the small fish. No. When it comes to the county government, when it comes to devolved government, there's devolved theft. So when we're talking about devolved government, we are talking about theft being devolved. We are talking about corruption being devolved. All right? Welcome to this channel and subscribe. All right? So when we are talking about devolved governments that was brought in by 2010, constitution that was promulgated in 2010, we're not talking about, the things people are very excited about, devolved governments. What we're talking about is devolved corruption. We're talking about devolved corruption. If you're talking about county governments, right now, in fact, this was warned. In fact, somebody warned Kenyans about devolved corruption. All right? You know who warned Kenyans? This man called PLO Lumumba. PLO Lumumba talked about devolved government will bring about devolved corruption. And in this story that was brought about, that, it was discovered, this kind of man, he was found with a lot of money, Somebody is not, you see, when we're talking about devolved governments, what is happening that, number one, it's still new. All right? So let's not brag and say that devolved government, we are used to it. No, it's just, not too old. It's 15 years old. We're in 2026. So devolved government is just 16 years old. That's not too old. So it means the law in itself, there are so many loopholes in the system to allow for devolved corruption to take place. There are so many loopholes that we are yet to seal. The Constitution has not secured devolved governments completely. There are so many loopholes in the system. There are so many, mashimo in the system to allow for this kind of exploitation. Are we together? And forgive me, I love talking about politics. I love talking about what is happening. I like talking about the news. So you can imagine this system, and he was arrested with 51 million shillings in his house. So which begs the question, if this man from urban planning is arrested with 60 million, what about guys of revenue? Can you ask yourself that question? Like, if you're a governor of Nairobi, the kind of money they're collecting, parking fees, every car per day, I'm talking about right now is around 5. By 7 o'clock, the governor of Nairobi should be getting even 20 million every day, if he's a corrupt man, like on a Saturday like this one, that money is not accounted for. All right? And you can imagine the worst part is that the Constitution, or there's a lacuna. And what is a lacuna? A lacuna is that the law is silent on such things. There's a space for doing that. There's a space for corruption. As much as we are saying that this should not take place, but there is space for that. And you can imagine, if you see in the county government, a governor cannot go and be implicated. That's why you can see they were very happy yesterday. They say, Sakaja is not implicated. You see, in the county government, and I want to repeat this for everybody to know, it is the small fish that bring in the big money, not the other way around. It is these officials of trade, people who give licenses, people who give permits. Those people are the ones who gather the money. That's why after every term, or if you are in a county government, maybe after, you see, like when you see in the time of, let me give a good example here in Machakos, you see somebody like Dr. Alfred Mutua when he was of Machakos, he will give birth to some other, not criminal, let's not say criminal, but that county government, you will see there's somebody who will be in the next government who was working for Alfred Mutua. Like now, like this man called Mutuse. This Mutuse, or the member of parliament of Kibwezi West, he was the chief of staff of Alfred Mutua. So you see that these county governments created small pockets of people stealing. Are we together? And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. And I'm very happy to be here. Feel free to subscribe and tell me where you're watching me from. So from that explanation, I've already told you that there's a lot of money. And one thing they have realized is that there's a lot of money to be stolen. That is the worst part. Are we together? So that is something that they have realized, that if you go to the county government, it's a season for stealing. Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe and feel free. And I'm sorry for that. And you see, when this person called Geoffrey Musiria, when he was the one who seemed to be working, saying, you know what, you're becoming a pain in the ass, so we have to remove you from that area and then take you to another area. Do you understand? So you see that the system itself it preserves itself. Are we together? The system itself, there's a system of Yamajambas. So that system Yamajambazi preserves itself. So if you are a good man, they will always find a reason to throw you away. All right. So if you come up with your own jamani mtiaji, or if you come up with a system, or if you start saying that money will not be stolen, they'll just find a way to do away with you. So it is very clear that if you want to be in that county, you have to be ready to steal. Because if that, for example, the governor of Nairobi will ask you, if I give you this job, how much money will you bring to the table every day? Say, sir, if you give me this job, I will be able to bring 1.8 billion cash. 1.8 billion a month, yes, okay, fine. How much will I get out of that? You see, yes, somebody might have a salary of not much, maybe 100,000 or even less. But this man is collecting 250 million of kickbacks every month, everywhere. A lot of money is going through his hands. That is why people actually fight for these county government jobs. Are we together? Any questions up to there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. So this man was accused of, number one, abuse of office, bribery, and possession of unexplained assets. And, and this is the catch, where the money that he was found with was after he had deducted, everybody had gotten their share. That is the 63 million that he was caught with. I want you to take note, because this is the catch. The 63 million that he was caught with in cash was not before distributing. It was after distributing the money to everybody. So you can imagine. The money, it is actually, people claim that this man, he had in excess of 638 million in his house. He just left with 10%. Are we together? So this is a Pandora's box that has opened and has exposed, what is happening in the county government. There's so much money. It's like it's Christmas for thieves. Every day is Christmas. Any questions up to there? So every day in the county of Nairobi, it's Christmas. Every day is Christmas, as long as you're a thief. I'm not saying that is the gospel I'm spreading, but I'm saying that when you're talking about graft, and I want to tell anybody who loves this country that if you're talking about graft, it is not on a rampant scale. Graft in Kenya is on an industrial scale. Like it's an entire industry. Are we together? It's not on a rampant. When I see news, when they say graft is rampant in Kenya, I said no, you're using the wrong English. Corruption is not rampant in Kenya. That's a very, you're trying to sanitize it. Call it by its name. It's not rampant. Corruption is on an industrial scale. Like it's a machinery of money. Like a machinery of these are a truckload of money going to somebody. Like, hey, take this bag of money to so and so every day. So when you're saying corruption, it is plundering that is happening every day, not a one-time thing. It's not a one-time thing or a one-time gig. No, I want you guys to think about it and see how serious it is. How serious it is. Such that everybody in Kenya who is just near, not even friends, just near the president. Everybody has a helicopter. Everybody who's just near, who's smelling the perfume of the president has money. Anybody who's just near, who's smelling the perfume of the president, even if you are a dropout, a class 1 dropout, that's how it is. Corruption in Kenya is not rampant. It's on an industrial scale. So when you tell us, in fact, when somebody said this man was caught with 63 million, I was not surprised. I was not really surprised that these people are stealing money and Kenyans are. I was not, to be honest, I was not surprised. I was not. Because if in fact, let me tell you something, and let me tell you for free. Today, if you go and say I have a proposal, I'm going to show you how we're going to make money. They will employ you now, not tomorrow. Now. You're going to show me how we're going to make money. Yes. How much money have you? What is your proposal? We're going to do this and this and this, and we'll make this and this and this. Good. Start now. Yes. So I remember the governor of Machakos, I'll not name her. She was complaining that some of these people want her to bribe them. Every voter wants 300 shillings. All right. So the entire mathematics was close to 18 million shillings that she was supposed to give. And she went to the media saying, where will I get all this money? And the guys are like, what? Are you serious? Are you serious? That is the kind of money other governors are making in a day. So that's why I'm saying this story itself has created a lot of problems in our country. Maybe people just don't know, but it has opened. It's a serious story, because even those in office are like, so we can make more money. Okay, so we can make. It has like awoken a monster. Like, so we can actually make money. So people now, so when I'm praying to God to give me money, there are people who are sleeping with suitcases full of money. It has done a lot of damage that people actually don't know. It has done a lot of damage in our country. And in fact, there are people who are angry, and those who are angry are those who are not stealing. If you do your research, like if you remember those guys of Pipeline who are caught with 500 million cash. You know what they said? Those guys who caught them with the 500 million cash, they started regretting, because they know this 500 cash, where it went. Number two, that 63 million that was caught, you know where it's going, right? You know where it's going. Every Kenyan knows that 63 million. There's nothing like impounded money. There's nothing like that. It's cash. There's nothing like impounded money. You know very well where that money is going, right? Yeah. So even that, when those guys were caught with 500 million, just because they never brought the president into the loop, that is why, number one, they were caught with the money. So from those two stories, you learn one thing. You learn that it is not the big fish. Don't trust me. It is the small fish who bring the money. Those officials are the ones who bring the money. Are we together? So if you have been given a serious work, that's why you were hearing Rigathi Gachagua saying, in this by-election of Olkalau, the Olkalau election, you hear them saying that in the Olkalau by-election, every PS was supposed to come up with 20 million. Every PS, 20 million, and take that money to the ground to help in the re-election because the budget is close to 1 billion. You can imagine. So it's very clear. It's actually very clear. If you understand your role, you will survive. You will survive. Because you see, for example, you have been told your job is to bring in the money. Yes, you're supposed to. You're supposed to gather the money and bring the money. Sio mambo mingi sijui nini hapana. You just bring the money. That's why I'm saying that unfortunately, until somebody was asking me, I just went to a youth meeting, and I was asking as I was leaving. I just have right now, and as I was leaving, I asked this friend of mine, if you were given 63 million, would you still find itakushinda kutumia? And this guy was like, how can this guy be caught with 63 million? I'm like, even me, I'm even wondering, how can he be caught with 63 million? Because there are so many ways of okay, let's not go there. Any questions up there? Feel free to subscribe and comment and join us every day, and also be part of our streams. Sometimes, I like talking politics and what is happening. On Sundays, Saturday is usually is a good day where people can talk and we can find where North is. Naweza kunywa soda. I think naweza kunywa soda hapa kidogo, kunywa Coke. Yeah, I like in fact I should have an entire program called Siasa Saturdays, where you can come, have fun and enjoy. That's why when I would be building my house, and I hope that it will be very soon, there will be a place where I will just be doing politics. So all these guys who want to go, who love politics, you love politics. If you love politics, I'll be organizing a Saturday forum where we'll be talking politics. There'll be, if you like mbuzi, there'll be mbuzi. There'll be soda for those who like soda. For those who like other things, there'll be other things. But we'll talk about politics. We'll have a forum, and I will be inviting guys. It will be fun. I want us to enjoy and share knowledge while having fun. I think Saturday is always a good time for people to also make deals, but also while you're having fun. All right? Don't just go and have fun and make a loss and go home. All right? Together. You want to have fun, we can have fun, but also at the same time, you're gaining something out of it. Are we together? Don't just go and spend money, waste time, and then go home. It's like you feel like you have not really gained. All right? Any questions up to there? feel free to subscribe and comment and tell where you are watching me from. Any questions? Any questions out there? Any questions? Any questions out there? Feel free to join me every day, and this that's why I want to say I want to organize the youth. We'll be meeting on Saturdays, talk about what is happening in our counties, exchange ideas, do business. You can. That's how you're going to expand your business, okay? Because what's the point of you staying at home on Saturdays? Saturday is a time for expansion. You can also meet people and share ideas, and that is how. If you love politics, thank you. I've seen somebody said I love politics. If you love politics, we'll have a forum on Saturdays, drinks on me, and we'll enjoy. We will enjoy. I want us to meet, enjoy. I want us to do 5 things in one go. I want us to meet. I want us to enjoy. Instead of you going outside and wasting and drinking beer alone, we'll just collect all of you in one place, do politics, enjoy, meet new people, meet new friends. So when you come here or when you come to that forum, you'll be doing 5 things. All right? If you sell clothes, you'll find new customers. Yes, if you are a teacher, you'll find new students. If you are looking for a good deal, you'll find that all those people will be there. That's exactly one of my goals. I want us to enjoy and get to because I came to realize that that most people don't really. All right. Any questions up to there? Any questions up to there? Feel free to join me every day. All right. And World Cup is also starting. Sometimes I say that some people, you miss an opportunity because you're not prepared. You see now this World Cup, I was sharing that idea. I said, I wish we should have prepared. Prepared. In fact, I will share this idea to my pastor. I said, World Cup is starting. Yes. World Cup is starting. Yes. There's no problem. Yes. We should watch football. Yeah, you should bring those big screens here in that field of the church. And young people will come and watch the game. Every game should be live. We should have a soccer city in the church also. Not just preaching the gospel only, but also, yes, that's me now. That's me. Like we should have a soccer city. Like right now, the World Cup is just about to begin. In fact, I will share that idea. My pastor, like we can bring the youth together by showing them football. Yeah. You want unity? You want unity? You want people to be united? Bring the game to them. All right. Bring that football. Bring football. There are so many ways to unite Kenyans, not just when things are bad. Also, we can be united in sports. We can be united in other things, not just not just even if you're not a Christian, but we can find new ways to bring people together. All right. Even in the World Cup, if you're a politician, take this time of the World Cup, not just waiting for Ebola. No. I know some people want to ride on the wings of Ebola. How did I say that? Oh my God. I scrapped that. You cannot ride on the wings. How did I say riding on the wings of Ebola? That is grammatically wrong, even spiritually wrong. Those who want to use Ebola as a political vehicle, please stop using Ebola. Stop using Ebola. Ebola is a very bad vehicle. Come during the World Cup, all right? Yes, you want to talk to people, you want to gain votes, it's World Cup, World Cup 2026 is about to begin. This is your chance, all right? This is your chance. People should not associate you with bad things. All right? The World Cup is just about to begin. All right? It's a week away. If you are a politician, this June, the World Cup is just about to begin. All right? It's also, coincidentally, it's also a time of Ebola. So why do you have to choose Ebola? All right? Don't choose Ebola. All right? Choose World Cup. Come during the time of World Cup and meet people on the ground if you're campaigning. And if you are interested in maybe becoming a member of parliament, you're interested in becoming a member of the county assembly, this is your chance. Don't let this chance go. All right? Don't wait for petty politics, or don't wait for negativity to gain mileage. No. Also, there are also good things that you can do as a politician to gain political mileage. And there are so many ways. Like in World Cup, this is your chance. If you're a politician and you want to meet Kenyans, you want to campaign, all right? This is your chance. This is your chance to meet Kenyans on football, Yes, and meet people and talk to them nicely, and I'm sure Kenyans will listen to you, and I'm sure people don't have a heart of stone. People will still listen to you, and will, if they feel that you're going to add value to their lives, and explain yourself and tell them, maybe I believe that I can do a better job. All right. Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe and comment. I am very happy to be here. And which team are you supporting? Which team are you supporting? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe. Let me. Yes, I'm back. Any questions up to there? You can ask me your questions. It's 5:37 Kenyan time, and I said that it's World Cup. Let's meet on not on just negativity alone, but we can also unite as Kenyans on positive things, And this time round, we can. World Cup is here. There's a time, if you're a leader and you feel that the country is not united, this is your chance to unite Kenyans on football. Kenyans love football. I love football. It's a chance where people can actually, if we had made losses, this is the time to make a few gains. This is a time to gain on the things that you felt that you went a loss. All right. So, my dear brothers and sisters, for those who are prophesying that June will be a time where, as a country, we will trouble each other with maandamano, I don't know, with other things. No. I think we should stop should grow out of that kind of negativity. Not everything should call for mass action. If you ask me genuinely, I'll tell you, not everything. Not everything. Because you see, it's becoming difficult even for Kenyans. All right. Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe and comment. And very happy to be here. Yes. 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 Any questions? Any questions? Woo! Well. Yes. Any questions? Ooh. This is the man I want us to first digest. I want you to digest that story of this man called Patrick Analo, yeah. And now how can you say that this man is accused of manslaughter? And you see, let's read the story. The Director of Public Prosecutions has approved manslaughter charges against suspended County Planning Chief Patrick Analo. Manslaughter. He's being charged with manslaughter. And his successor, Dominic Mutegi, in connection with the deadly collapse of the Manzil Towers building in Nairobi, South Sea. Let me read it for you. The decision follows months of investigation into the January 2nd tragedy that claimed the lives of 2 security guards after the building, which was still under construction, came crashing in the early hours of the morning. In a statement issued yesterday, and this is on the case of this man called Patrick Analo, he's being charged with manslaughter, said that it had established sufficient evidence to prosecute several public officials, developers, and construction professionals linked to the project. All right. Now, still, remember, Alliance High School. We'll talk about that, what is really happening in our country. Alliance High School. You see, now you can imagine. If Alliance High School, they are banning their school. Alliance High School. Alliance High School, they are banning their own school. What about Agorosare Secondary School in Oyugis? Think about it. If Alliance, the crop of the nation, the cream of the nation, if they are banning their books, if Alliance High School, if they are banning their books, what will the boys of Agorosare do? If the top school in Kenya, I want us to analyze the problems. If the top school in Kenya, that is Alliance, and started those leagues, if they are banning their school, Lenana School followed suit. If these smart people are losing faith, what about the boys of Agorosare? That is the question I'm asking myself this wonderful evening. So it means, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be here for just 1 hour in both of my channels. Just both of them, I'll be here for 1 hour only. So I'll be here just 1 hour. I won't overstay. Actually, thinking of that word, overstay. Do you know that, I don't know about other countries, but in the United Kingdom, you can be charged. It's an illegal offense to overstay in their country. You'll be known as an overstayer. So putting that into retrospect, I will not overstay. I'll just stay for 1 hour exactly, and I'll be gone. Okay. So I was saying, if the top schools in the country, they're banning their schools, that is Alliance High School, they're banning their school. Lenana School, they're banning their school. What about Agorosare? What about a grocery? Let us continue with this story. Now, this is the funniest part. The suspended county official was released on a cash bail of 500,000. I said, that's a joke. After spending the night in custody at the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission police station. Now, you catch a man with 63 million, like for real. Like I was like, yesterday I heard that the cash bond was 500,000. I was like, really? Simngemalizia kwa nyumba. Why did you have to carry him? Simngemalizia tu hapo. Simngemalizia tu hapo. Sasa mnapelekana huko kwa nini? You catch him with 63 million. Cash bail of 500,000. In fact, you are the ones who make these people to grow horns. Yes. You are the ones who are making this. If the cash bail was 10 million, that would be another story. But you say, the charges, we have to, the law that that's the procedure. So I was like, okay, what is the serious on the charge sheet? What was the most serious charge? They say there are 4 charges. He was arrested with 4 charges. Number 1, conflict of interest, abuse of power, bribery, and possession of unexplained assets. So I said, so if in Kenya, if people catch you with money, you have to tell people where how you made the money. But I want to say this very, very simple before we go on. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this man was not working alone. I wish I could reiterate on that. This man was not working alone. I want to repeat. This is a group. This is a group. This is a cartel. This is just a part of the machine. So when you arrest Patrick, that's why I say that when they arrested Patrick Analo, it's just a part of the machine. Are we together? Because it's a whole machinery of bringing in the cash. All right. And his wife was also arrested in the operation and was released on 100,000 cash bail. The latest developments prompted Governor Johnson Sakaja to suspend Analo from office and initiate sweeping reforms within the county's urban planning and approvals department following recommendations from the anti-graft agency. According to the ODPP, investigations revealed failures in the approval, oversight, and regulatory processes surrounding the construction of Manzil Towers before the structure collapsed. The DPP has determined that there is sufficient evidence and a realistic prospect of conviction to warrant the prosecution of several suspects connected to the incident. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. I'm very happy to be here. Feel free. Welcome to the Chariots of Fire in this camera. Welcome to Raymond Mutuku Live, and I'm very happy to be here this wonderful Saturday. Do you enjoy our channels? If you do enjoy our channel, I'll be here for just 1 hour. I will not overstay. The accused persons are expected to be arraigned in court to answer to the charges. Manzil Towers, located along Kiganjo Muhoho Avenue in the South Sea Shopping Center, collapsed on 2nd January 2026, triggering a large-scale rescue and recovery operation involving the Red Cross, the Kenya Defense Forces Disaster Rescue Battalion, and the National Youth Service. Any questions up to there? Are we ready? And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Any questions? Do you enjoy our channel? If you do enjoy our channel, I'm very happy. So if you've been reading the Daily Nation, let us read. This is an article by Ndobi Mutor. I will read it for you. I hope I'll just be reading the article for us to gain more information about what is happening in this story. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe. And let me read it for you. Former Nairobi County Planning Chief Patrick Analo Akivaga is among more than 80 public officials, developers, and construction of professionals approved for prosecution over the collapse of the Manzin Towers in South Sea. So all of the 80 people will be charged that killed 2 people and exposed glaring failures in the city's building approval system. So more than 80 people. Are we together? Any questions up there? Patrick Analo. So more than 80 people will be, more than 80 public officials will be arraigned in court on charges of, will be arraigned in court for charges of of manslaughter and of course abuse of office. All right. And let's continue. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. I'll read it for you. Mr. Analo was arrested on Thursday by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption EACC over alleged irregular building approvals at City Hall, and he will face charges of abuse of office and neglect of official duties. So these are 2 things he'll be accused of, and his charge sheet reads as number 1, abuse of office. He's accused of abuse of office and neglect of official duty. Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe and comment and tell me where you're watching me from. Are you enjoying this channel? Kindly, if you do enjoy this channel, why don't you like and subscribe and tell me where you're watching? In a statement, the DPP said that an independent review of the investigations conducted by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations (DCI) found sufficient evidence and a realistic prospect of conviction against the suspects. Following an independent and thorough analysis of the evidence contained in the inquiry file, the DPP has determined that there is sufficient evidence and a realistic prospect of conviction to warrant the prosecution of several suspects connected to the incident, the ODPP said. The prosecution office said that the charges against Mr. Analo arise from findings relating to the approval, oversight, and regulatory processes associated with the construction project before its collapse. So here, number 1, we have to first determine the facts. The number 1 fact is that this man Analo was charged. Well, some people, was it because he was found with the money? No. The money is just evidence that, he is a beneficiary of, the proceeds of, of bribery. And he rushed the process, because he did not want the developer to get any problems. He was charged because he was the one who approved that building. He was oversight and regulatory processes approved with the construction. The DPP also approved charges against dozens of other public officials, developers, and professionals linked to the project. So this project was a disaster. That is the Manzil Towers in South Sea. Among the offenses approved are manslaughter, abuse of office, neglect of official duty, making and uttering false documents and commencing a project without an environmental impact assessment license. This is where this man comes in. Musoria. Impact assessment license. So it means that these guys of environment are also part of the deal. So it means that if you are from environment, these guys and you're just about to block the approval of construction, and you're in this department, the guys from planning will screw you. If those guys of planning are greedy, if you're in environment, they will screw you. According to the DPP, the decision to charge was made in compliance with Article 157 of the Constitution, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions Act, and the decision to charge guidelines based on the evidence gathered by investigators. The accused persons are expected to be arraigned in court to answer to the charges. Any questions up to there? So here, we want us to get the details of why it collapsed in the first place. They are saying that the Architectural Association of Kenya has cited serious failures in the approvals. Number one, in the approvals, supervision and enforcement. Any questions up to there? Any questions up to there? Now I'm wondering if Alliance Boys. Any questions up to there? Feel free. It's a trend. Any questions up to there? I'm very happy to be here. But let's continue reading. Any questions? Yeah, so any questions after that? Just about to leave. Yeah, I can see some people are asking me questions in the comment section, and I'm very happy. I don't know if you have any questions. You have any questions after there? Any questions? Any questions? I'm just about to go. And tell me where you're watching me from. Just finished. You know. Any questions? Any questions? All right. we've come to the end of our channel. And before I go, let us enjoy some music, right? Yes. For Saturday, let us enjoy some music. Do you like music? All right. Let's enjoy some music before I go. Yes. Uh-huh. Kufana kupona. Sema tutoke wote. I love this song. I'm saying bye-bye. See ya. Tutoke wote. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just about to leave. I really enjoyed the stream. Let's see each other later. Enjoy the music.